Late-night chaos near LAX, a high-speed DUI chase ends in a deadly crash. One killed, another injured, and the driver on the run.
Southwest Patrol Division officers were in the area of Hoover Street and West Vernon Avenue when they saw a reckless driver of a red Kia Sorento run through a red-phased tri-light at a high rate of speed, while failing to yield to an ambulance who was traveling nearby with its emergency lights and siren activated. Believing the driver could possibly be driving while under the influence, the officers pulled in behind the Kia with their police vehicle's emergency lights and siren activated and attempted to conduct a traffic stop on the driver. The driver refused to stop and quickly accelerated away at a high rate of speed northbound on Hoover Street. The officers requested the assistance of additional patrol units, an air unit, and a supervisor, and initiated a vehicle pursuit.
You what?
Yeah.
All units 3A1 is in pursuit of the possible DUI driver northbound Cooper, red SUV.
The driver refused to stop and continued accelerating at a high rate of speed northbound, eventually making his way around the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum property. The driver continued driving erratically southbound onto Bill Robertson Lane and then westbound onto Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard while accelerating at a high rate of speed.
Southbound Bill Robertson Drive approaching King. Approaching Penn.
Shortly thereafter, the air unit took over the pursuit in tracking mode.
We'll get the ETA for the airship.
Secondary.
Hello, approaching MLK. Available for tracking. Unit westbound MLK approaching Vermont. Air unit is available for tracking. Continue cruiser response, give some distance. And control continue to westbound. MLK approaching Normandy. Air unit is tracking, continuing westbound MLK approaching Normandy. To Normandy.
You're running them up.
The driver refused to stop, continued driving at a high rate of speed south on Brighton Avenue, westbound onto Vernon Avenue, southbound onto Halldale Avenue, then westbound onto 53rd Street.
Southbound Brighton from MLK. Southbound Brighton from MLK. 370 Roger. Air unit over identify only. 0.2 place. It could be southbound Brighton. Step out for the intersection. Westbound for Brighton from Brighton. Unit is westbound Vernon from Brighton. Southbound turn on Halldale from Brighton.
What are they doing?
Unit is southbound Halldale from Vernon. Unknown number of occupants. And continue to southbound Halldale.
Adam 1, be advised for still primary.
Unit continuing southbound Halldale. 248, 381 Roger. 251, continue southbound Halldale. Unit continuing southbound Halldale through 51st. Westbound flight 3 from Halldale. This is eastbound 53rd from Halldale. Baker, and continue westbound on 53. Canada is westbound 53 from passing danger. 31 to west split. Third, southbound turn on the western from 53.
The driver committed numerous traffic violations and continued driving erratically for several more miles south on Western Avenue, then westbound on Century Boulevard. After several more miles of tracking, the air unit was forced to discontinue tracking of the red Kia Sorento due to nearby commercial air traffic restrictions. As a result, responding patrol officers terminated the pursuit after losing sight of the red Kia Sorento.
Continuing to westbound Century, approaching Prairie. Continuing westbound Century, approaching Prairie. Clear Prairie, continuing westbound Century. Westbound Century to, continuing westbound Century to Prairie. Suspect is approaching LAX airspace. Through LaBrea, continue westbound Century. Stay with westbound Century to LaBrea. 14 is on the pursuit, identify only. 331. 331, Roger. Through Eaglewood, continue westbound Century. Eaglewood, continuing westbound Century through Inglewood. Approaching the 405 freeway and continue westbound on Century. Eaglewood, continuing westbound Century, approaching the 405 freeway. So 70, if I have my package complete, all of the units shut down. Short 3070 authorizing a total of 4 units in the pursuit. All other units shut down your response. Unit is continuing westbound Century through the Phoenix. Continuing now westbound Century, approaching Aviation. All units on all frequencies stand by. 381 is in pursuit of a DUI driver. Westbound Century approaching Aviation. Vehicle is a red SUV, unknown number of occupants. And control the suspect entering LAX.
Going to be unable to catch up. We're going to be terminating at Century. Been like the cross. Going to be Century.
Moments after terminating the pursuit, the driver ran through a red-phased tri-light and collided with a Honda Civic traveling southbound on Sepulveda Boulevard. The force of the impact caused the Kia Sorento to collide with a traffic light pole at the intersection and the Honda to collide with a nearby K-rail safety barrier. Following the traffic crash, 2 of the 3 Kia Sorento occupants exited and attempted to flee on foot. Los Angeles World Airport Police responded shortly thereafter and were able to take both occupants into custody without further incident. The third occupant was trapped inside the Kia Sorento. Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics responded to the scene and pronounced this occupant deceased at scene. The 2 additional Kia occupants were transported to a local hospital and treated for their non-life-threatening injuries. One of the two surviving occupants of the Kia Sorento was treated and released. However, the second occupant was arrested for an outstanding warrant after being treated by medical staff at the hospital. Investigators have not yet determined who the driver of the Kia Sorento was at the time of the crash. DNA testing was completed on the vehicle, and upon return of the DNA results, a determination will be made on the actual driver of the vehicle. Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics transport.
Drinking and driving doesn't just risk lives, it takes them. Stay safe, stay sober. Subscribe for more real police pursuit footage.